It's the big show. Yes, it's a big fat show tonight. Yeah, it's the big show. Come on, crank it up and turn on all the lights, y'all. Well, get ready for something that you'll never know. You won't see it coming, but I promise you'll know. The big show.
Welcome back, fans, to Wrestling Rants and Reviews, and as always, I'm your host, Big Mike, and this is episode 22. And earlier on in the series of my videos, I said that I would not always be reviewing the wrestling TV shows as well as the wrestling pay-per-views, but also DVDs. And I have one here that I'd like to go over with you and review, and that's The Big Show, A Giant's World. That's right, very good DVD, 3-disc DVD, as you can see. I like this format of being boxed this way, because it protects the DVDs. I like it. Also, get some artwork in there. You got the Bellas, Eve, and Kelly hanging out with the big ladies, man. The Big Show. Not only is he showing his muscles, but he's showing off his charm. But anyways, it's a good DVD. I believe it's the first. I should have done some research, but I believe it's the first that they've ever done on The Big Show. And I'm glad they finally put it out, because I've always been a pretty big fan, pardon the pun. Liked him from his WCW days. And they touch on that they touch on his WCW days, obviously as well as his WWE days. But they touch on a lot of his childhood, his family. There it is, I'm quite holding it. Growing up, what kind of childhood he had, how he moved around, touched on his father, how close he was with his father, his disease, well, I shouldn't say quote, his disease that makes him grow, the surgery that he had to have because of it, his first love that was basketball. It's pretty in-depth. I always think the documentary parts should be a little bit longer when they come into these DVDs. But it was actually done very well. You hear from his family, you hear from his friends, you hear from old high school, I believe, and college teachers. So it's very well documented that way. His wrestling career is documented very well very well as well. How he started in the power plant for WCW, and winning his first match was winning the championship over Hulk Hogan, and fighting the likes of Flair and Sting, which are on here. Being such a young guy in a business like that, not only is he huge, and obviously he's over, but being such a young guy and being put on top right away. He'll talk about how that kind of affected him later on, and not necessarily in a good way, because you don't pay your dues. And he'll talk about that a little bit later on, how he gets demoted to OVW while he's in WWE, etc. They talk about his ECW run a little bit, while the WWE ECW. We got some good matches on there, though. Like I said, right from Hogan at Halloween Havoc to Ric Flair to Sting to Austin. Good feud there when he first broke in with WWE. Fighting Brock Lesnar, fighting Eddie. All the way up to Floyd Mayweather and beyond. It's pretty documented very well. I know they've dropped the ball on a lot of DVDs, and recently they made some DVDs, I think, just for making them for the fans to make a quick buck, like the John Morrison DVD. I think it could have waited another couple of years to come out, or they could have just done it better, period. I like this fact that they did this format again, where it's one disc documentary, next disc, extras, and matches. I didn't like the Edge. That's the only one I can use for an example right now. The Edge DVD, Decade or Decadence, where it was like a little bit of talking match. I'd much rather have all the documentary stuff on the first DVD, and then go into the matches later on. And that's what they did with this DVD here. So I do highly recommend it. Anybody that's a fan of wrestling, period, and especially if you're a fan of the Big Show, go get it, rent it, borrow it, buy it, definitely. Put it in your collection. Good DVD. Out of 5 stars, I'd probably rate it 3.5, maybe a solid 4. That's a good DVD for sure. So there's a quick little review, my friends. Don't forget to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe up there, like or dislike. You know, I've seen a lot of dislikes. I don't know what it is that you don't like about me. Maybe it's my editing skills; they're not very good. You know, maybe it's just my whole rant or rambling on. You know, hopefully I do get better, and because those dislikes encourage me to do so. Right? So leave a comment as well, good or bad. Send me an email. Please send me an email. Letting me know what else you would like me to review. Whether it's a book of your choice or a DVD, or if you just got questions or want to know what my outlook is on certain things. So I'd definitely like to do a mailbag section. Again, a shout out to all my subscribers. You know, thank you for subscribing with me and hanging on. I know it's only been 3 weeks and there's still a lot more to come. So once again, Big Mike signing off for Wrestling Rants and Reviews.